Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Ice here, and today we're talking about a problem that a few of you might be facing. I don't know how many of you watching will actually have to relate to this, but it is still very relevant and something I hear a lot from the low tier players. I'm talking bronze, silver, gold, anywhere in there. We're talking about the DPS one tricks that put themselves down there and don't understand why they can't get out. Now, many of you think at the lower ranks, or at least when you were in the lower ranks, I can play DPS, I can carry myself out. I'm just better than everyone here, I shouldn't be here. But let me tell you, if you've been there for more than a day or two, there's a reason you're there, and it's a reason you have to fix. I don't know what it is for every single one of you. I might do a coaching series in the future to work on that, but at this moment, I have no idea what that is. But for most of you, if you find yourself insta-locking McCree, Hanzo, Soldier, Pharah, any of the DPS, if you find yourself insta-locking and saying, no one else is allowed to play DPS, you're probably the problem. I hate to break it to you, but if you've been stuck in one of those ranks for a really long time, or even, just a decent amount of time, and you're insta-locking DPS, there's an issue. Now, my opinion, the best way to get out of those ranks is to flex. That's what I did to get out of those ranks. It took me only about a day to get out of gold. It wasn't too hard. I'm in like high platinum right now, and it's been like 3 days. It's not that hard. Just flex. It'll give you so much of a better understanding of the game that it'll make climbing so much easier in the future. It's what I did on console to get to masters and low GM and all that mess. Flexing will just teach you everything. It'll teach you as a DPS, who do I need to be protecting? How do I protect them? If you're not playing those characters, you don't know what they need, who they are, how they work, what's the best way for them to operate. And if you don't know that stuff, you can't function well as a DPS because you have to be able to work to their standards. As a Winston player, I know who I'm diving, and if I have a DPS who's played Winston before and has played him to a good extent, he knows who I'm diving to, so he might take Genji or Pharah to help me dive them quickly. He's not going to go with, say, Hanzo to try to complement that. Now, obviously, if you're a god tier player and you're dropping 50 kills and still losing, you're either the most unlucky person alive, or there's another problem. I'll address those in separate videos, probably positioning or something along those lines. As a gold player or a silver player or a bronze player, if you think you have good aim, play DPS by all means, but don't insta-lock them. Don't be that guy. Be willing to play something else. Be willing to try healer, try tank, learn it. It'll help your understanding of the game. It'll make climbing to other ranks so much easier for you. I honestly cannot stress how much easier a flex player's life is versus someone who, say, one tricks, just soldier maybe. That's a pretty common one trick DPS for lower ranks. You can do so much as soldier, but in bronze, your teammates aren't going to back you up that well. So as a healer, if you can keep them alive long enough to get through their mistakes and get a few kills, you're doing ample more than you're going to do getting a single pick or two as soldier. Now that sounds kind of weird. You're saying to yourself, well, that doesn't make any sense. Soldier can carry because he can kill the entire other team. Well, if your team's dead, it's not going to help when their Winston starts getting half a brain cell and starts diving you, and your healers just let you die. And then you start screaming in team chat about how bad your team is. No, don't. Flex. Just learn to play different roles. Any guide will say that. Go watch any gold, bronze guide, silver guide. Any guide's gonna give you the, normal mumbo jumbo. Don't get toxic. If your team asks you to switch, just switch, just stop sucking. No, I'm not here to give you guys the classic tips that every, channel is gonna give you. I want to give you guys stuff that'll help. So with that being said, if you guys do, want to send me some clips, I'll probably shoot my email down. I'll shoot my email down in the link. Give me some footage. I might review it. If you guys are okay with it, I might do a video out of it. Who knows? I want to help you guys get better. But flexing is just the easiest way to get up through the ranks. There is no magic, do this and immediately you're going to become a diamond player. No, that's Smurfs. They're the ones that can, hit 20 headshots in a row on McCree. They're the ones that can pick the Mercy from across the map. You can't do that. If you could, you would be in Grandmaster already. But you're not. Just like I'm not. I'm not going to sit here claiming that I'm some, high Grandmaster top 500 player right now, because I'm not. I have something holding me back. Right now for me, that's really is just like my mental game. I forget when to back up and when to go really aggressive, when to, sit back and watch, and when to really go ham. My aim is solid. Most of my positioning is solid. Sometimes I have a few issues there. but I still have work to do, otherwise I would be GM. Just like if you're stuck in bronze, silver, gold, you have work to do. You just have to figure out where you're lacking. You know, go watch some of the guys that are already out on YouTube. You might see similar, you know, problems with yourself. Find a video where they're coaching someone who plays your main, and pull up, you know, if you're on PC, get OBS Studio, record your game. You know, watch it, compare some of the mistakes they make to the mistakes you make, and listen to what the guy's saying and what he's telling you to work on to improve that. Trust me, you'll climb so much faster than just, you know, insta-locking McCree and leaving team chat. That's not a good way to go. You'll never climb. You'll probably get reported for toxicity 9 times out of 10. Just don't do it. If you can spread yourself out, learn how to play all the characters, you're gonna do incredible. You'll learn every aspect of the game. You'll become a great player once you're in the higher ranks. You'll understand how everything functions. You'll understand the little things you can abuse out of each character to get every ounce of damage on them. You know, I can know what the time to drop on Winston's bubble is, how much health it has, you know, what's the fastest way to take it down. Do Winstons react well when I dive through their bubble, or do they just kill me immediately? You know, you might not be thinking, oh, our team has an Ana, I just want to kill that Winston. If you go through that bubble, you can't get heals, so you're gonna die. But say, you know, you have a Mercy, and you know that Mercy's been giving you good heals. Well, now you know that you can probably go through that bubble if you call it out and kill that Winston. You know, it's just the little things, noticing the details, watching where you're positioning. If you're a DPS and you're in front of your team, in front of your tanks, you're gonna die. You're not in the right spot. That's a horrible place to be as a DPS. They're just like, you never ever want to be in front of your tanks unless you're playing like a Tracer on attack or a Genji on attack or something. Unless you're doing dive comp, you never want to be in front of your tanks. Like, that's general rule of thumb. There are obviously exceptions to that. But at that rank, if you can stay behind your tanks and just let them soak the damage, you can get kills galore. Trust me, it'll help you so much. I've never actually been in bronze myself. I don't know what the nightmares look like. I haven't really touched silver. I have been in gold. That's where I started on console before I actually started my climb. So I have been in gold, and I've watched a few friends who are in bronze and silver. I know it is, you know, I don't know what the mindset is, but I do know what the mistakes are, and I know how you can fix them. So just remember, flex, play new characters. You're already at a lower rank. If you lose a little bit of SR for trying something, it's not the end of the world. Trust me. The knowledge you'll get from playing different characters and spreading your talent over a few games and losing, you know, 60, 80 SR, you'll gain that back in ample time once you start understanding the game completely. A lot of bronzes, what I see is they played one character in quick play, and that's the only character they ever feel comfortable playing, and they end up throwing because they can't play anything else. So they have no idea how the other characters function. Sometimes they don't even know the names or what, you know, what the other characters do. They don't know what the big turret dude is. They don't know who the, you know, they don't know who Mercy is. They don't know how Mercy's new ult works. They don't read the patch notes. They don't know who's meta, who's not meta. And playing off meta is not always bad. But playing, you know, if you know someone's overpowered, for example, Junkrat right now, I know he's got a buff or a nerf in the works. But if you could learn to play Junkrat, I don't want to say he doesn't take skill, but the spam kills are a little ridiculous. If you wanted to pick him up as a support player, go for it. Try some new stuff. And if you don't want to risk that SR, go into quick play, work on their aim. I know you might be stomping in quick play and you're like, why doesn't this work in competitive? Well, it's because competitive is competitive. You're not getting matched against guys who maybe bought the game 10 minutes ago with their daddy's wallet. You know, that it's a different playing field. But if you can work on the aim, you learn the bombo combo, as we like to call it. It's the trap or the mine and then one shot from your cannon. You'll just learn infinitely more, and you'll be able to, you know, when your team needs something to destroy that Reinhardt shield, you're gonna be the guy that can be like, oh wait, I can play Junkrat, do you mind if you pick this up for me? And you know, you're talking to your team, you're getting it all done, and you can win the game so much easier than just saying, oh, I only know Mercy, guys. I can only play Mercy. I don't know anyone else. I guess I could try Lucio or something. No, be confident in what you do. Always talk to your team. I mean, I know lower ranks can get really, really salty. Talk to them. Keep your headset on. Don't flame them. Try to, you know, detoxify the match. Say kind things and nice things about your teammates. You know, I know that sounds like really like fluffy and stuff and like really fruity, but just, you know, be kind to your team. If you see a guy rack up a double kill, you know, you don't have to go like, oh my gosh, you're amazing, carrot my piss. Just be like, yo, good job, man. Keep it up. Let's go. You know, just simple stuff like that, you know? Just keep it up. Learn new characters. Don't be toxic. You know, that's a classic. Don't be toxic. Never get toxic. I was there once. I've gotten rid of it. Don't do it anymore. But just keep it up. Learn new characters. Try to help your team win. Do whatever it is. Don't be stubborn and only play DPS. Those are about the tips I've got for right now. If you guys would like more videos, please, as always, like, subscribe, comment, you know, a tip you think I missed. I might put it in a new video. I'll pin it if I really like it. Subscribe to me, please. We're trying to get to 200 soon. I'd love to do it. As always, my name is Ice. Peace.